Guys, big day today. Welcome back to Brooklyn Jew Barbecue. Today we are doing beef short ribs. Favorite thing to cook. Take a look at these bad boys. There's 4 bones in there. Look at the marbling in that fat. I mean, that just guarantees goodness. Not cholesterol goodness, but taste goodness. So this isn't the kind of thing you want to eat every day, but definitely when you eat it, you're going to see how good this is. Right now, these are the beef short ribs, sometimes called plate ribs. When you go to the supermarket, you talk to the butcher, see if they have them. They may go by different names, those 2 names, and you want to get them whole, okay? You don't want them to be separated. You want all the fat and juices to just circulate throughout the whole piece of meat while it cooks. So that's what you want to ask for. You got the membrane on the back, but not like baby back ribs or spare ribs. We leave the membrane on. It holds the meat together. If you make it without it, the meat's going to flop all over. If you try and take this off, you're going to get really pissed. It really sucks. So leave it on, and let's just do a little bit of trimming here, and then I could talk to you a little bit about what you're going to need today. What you're going to want to do is get yourself a good boning knife and be very careful. All right, we're not cutting any good fat away here. We're cutting away, just like with a brisket, we're cutting away all that loose fat that's going to flop off. We're cutting away all of the hard white fat that's not going to render down. And the good thing about getting rid of all this is that we can get the rub right onto the meat. And it really doesn't matter how much fat you cut off because there's so much fat marbled into this meat that this is absolutely not necessary. But you can see as I'm cutting it away, it's just not good. It's like a hard fat blanket over the meat. It's no good. You don't want that. Nobody wants that. And if you do cook it on there, you're going to have to take it off anyway. And now you're looking at meat that doesn't have any seasoning on it. But you'll see. The good thing about these is they're just that good that it's really hard to screw them up. I mean, if you screw them up, you didn't watch my video. Cut some of this off. All right, so now that we got this all butchered up, a good amount of it, then we're going to start adding our seasonings. So let's run through seasonings real fast so you know what you need. First of all, you definitely are going to need butcher paper. Just like always, we don't want to wrap this in tin foil because it's going to speed up the cook. What we want is butcher paper, and what that's going to do is it's going to steam the meat without speeding up the cooks. Go on Amazon, they have it. You buy a roll out E-Big, and you never have to worry about it again. You'll use it for years. So first thing we always do is be very heavy with the salt. If you have high blood pressure, take a pill. All right. Now this has been salted. All right, we go with the normal stuff. We got smoked paprika. We have to go shopping for seasonings. All right, I'll touch that up when you guys aren't around. And we got plenty of garlic. We want to go with the onion powder. And I can't stress this enough. Get that black pepper on there. It's not going to make it too spicy, so don't worry about that. What you're going to do is you're going to get a nice crust on it. The black pepper makes all the difference. So let's get it on the side. Get it on the side. Little pro tip, you dab it in your leftovers, no seasoning left behind, and we got it. So what we have right now is we got the smoker going at 275, and it should be up to temp right now. So we're gonna put this thing on. We're looking at a 5-hour total cook time roughly, but you're gonna go by temp. So we put this thing on, leave it for a couple hours. It's gonna start to get nice and happy. It's gonna get brown on the outside. Internal temp's gonna go up. Get it to 160, then we're going to come back and I'll show you how we wrap it in the butcher paper. But just let it cook, all right? Because, you know, if you're looking, you ain't cooking. So we'll be back soon, and we'll see you in a little bit. Hey, guys. Just got done seasoning these 2 bad boys. We got a lot of people coming tonight. Nah, I'm not kidding. I'm going to eat all of it. We got a lot of people coming tonight, so we're going to cook 2 of these on here. This is the thicker one, so we're going to put it right towards the heat source. If you're working on a Traeger and you have a smokestack, that's your heat source. If you have something different, you're gonna have to figure it out yourself. So we've got the 2 racks on here. We're gonna leave it alone. We're at 275. Make sure your hopper's filled with pellets. Set it and forget it. See you in a little bit. Hey guys, welcome back. And this is at a perfect 160 degrees internal temperature. And you can see it's got some nice color on it. Got a nice mahogany color going. So what we need to do is get these wrapped in butcher paper and get it back on the smoker so they can really tenderize inside the paper. So the paper's great because it breathes, and that's how we get that terrific bark and really, really good tender meat there. So wrap it over a couple of times. Just remember which side, just remember which side is bones down because that's what we want to stick with. So this goes under like this goes like so, and you guys have a nice little beef ribs here ready to go back on. We're ready to go back on there, so we'll see in a little bit. We're going to pull these at 200 degrees, and remember, the ribs, rest the beef. You always got to do that. All right, we'll see you. Hey guys, welcome back, and after 5 long hours of waiting and 2 hours of resting, we have some beef ribs that look like they're going to be pretty good because the grease is always a good sign. So let's get these unwrapped, and they're still piping hot. Oh, these are pretty. All right, so you can see a ton of pullback. Remember the meat went all the way out to the edge. It pulled back, it plumped up, and let's give it a cut. I got it nice and greasy. All right, here we go. Now look at that. That is a big chunk of meat right there. All right, you can see this. You can see the smoke ring all the way around. You got a nice pronounced smoke ring that's just showing you that you did it nice, low and slow. You got some good rest. Okay, and if you look a little closer, you can see all the fat that's ingrained in there. And just a little pro tip: this is definitely the best one because you got the edge on it. So you got a little crust on the end. But let's give another couple of cuts here. So hot. 2 hours in the cooler. It's still pretty hot. Alright, so same deal here. You got the smoke ring around it, you got the fat ingrained in it. So just to give a recap, we seasoned it. We cut off the fat, the hard fat, in the initial part of it. Alright, so just to give a recap, we initially cut off all that hard fat that wasn't going to render down. We seasoned it with the garlic powder, the onion powder, the salt, the pepper, and the paprika. Put it on the smoker, 160 degrees. Once we got the color on it, we wrapped it in butcher paper, let it go to 200. Put it in your trusty cooler for 2 hours, maybe 3 if possible. And let me just dig in. So it was a pleasure doing this. If you guys have any questions, please leave comments. But make sure you like and subscribe to my video. All right, thanks for coming by.